Rough Riders starting a 3-game series out here in Midland, and we're joined by one of the newest Rough Riders, Josh McElwee, who had a very nice debut a couple of nights ago. And then last night, Josh, your first batter, an 11-pitch AB, Alex Dickerson ends up singling. My partner on the air said it almost seemed like a welcome to Double-A moment. Is that how you would describe it last night?
Dickerson's a great hitter, and he's obviously hot right now. And I made some really, really good pitches where I wanted to. Obviously, I had him in a hole 1 and 2, and that's the difference between Double-A and high A ball, if you will. I think is better hitters, and they're able to spoil better pitches and get another chance to see another better pitch. And he got me out last night. It was a great AB on his part.
Well, that said, that was the only batter that's reached base against you in your 3 innings that you've thrown. You have to be pretty pleased with the way you've thrown the ball in your first 2 outings with the Riders.
Throwing the ball pretty well right now. Some things can improve, but overall, I'm happy where I'm at and hope to keep going.
Last 2 weeks of the season, you probably weren't thinking promotion when you were in Myrtle Beach. There's such little time left. Did it come as a surprise to you, the timing of it?
Actually, it did. A lot of times they call guys up for the playoffs or whatever. Give them a little advance and see what they got. But I was not expecting it. I'd only been in Myrtle for probably a month, but it was a pleasant surprise, and I'm excited to be here in Frisco.
So, Josh, give us an idea of your arsenal, what you throw, and what your game plan is when you're attacking hitters.
Well, I throw a 2-seam fastball and keep it down in the zone. When it gets up, it's easier to hit. And when you keep it down, I believe it's a little tougher to hit. Working for ground balls, and got a decent little changeup, a decent slider, and just try to keep them off balance and mix them pretty well.
We were talking with some other players this year who do throw exclusively a 2-seamer, and they say, well, that 4-seamer sometimes it can get up, get a little bit straight. Key for you, just keeping it down, that's why you throw it?
Oh, that's right. The movement when it's down is, obviously what makes it tough to hit. When it gets up, it flattens out, and a little easier to see, a little easier to put the barrel on it. Try to lay it in there, let them hit it. Hopefully ground outs, keep the ball in front of the outfielders.
You were only in Myrtle Beach for, like you said, about a month, but it was such a great run. You didn't give up a run until your last outing. What made you so effective in that time with the Pelicans?
I had a great rhythm going with obviously keeping the ball down. And that league is obviously a pitcher's league, but at the same time, when you're keeping the ball down, it's tough. It's tough for hitters to score and square you up. Keep the ball in the ballpark, too. You got to string a couple hits together. And for the most part, my walks were down besides, 1 or 2 outings. My walks were down and wasn't giving free passes away, and I think that's why I was so successful down there.
Conversely, Hickory in the South Atlantic League in places can be more of a hitter's league. You look at the difference between your numbers, they're not necessarily bad in Hickory, but they're just so much better in Myrtle Beach. Is that kind of a mix of, you got a hitter's league and a pitcher's league, or were you pitching that much better in Myrtle?
I think it's a little bit of a lot of different factors. Hitters down there are a little different. They're a little more aggressive, and they tend to jump on fastballs. And you make a mistake, it tends to get hit hard down there. To whereas Myrtle Beach, a little bit older hitters, and they have a little bit more of a plan and an idea against a pitcher who they face a couple of times. But, all factors considered, obviously that is a little bit more hitter-friendly down in Hickory. But, I had a good run in both places, and I'm excited to be here in Frisco now.
We're here with Rough Riders reliever Josh McElwee. How special was it for you being from nearby Myrtle Beach to be able to play there the last couple of seasons? It's maybe about an hour or so from Andrews, your hometown, down to Myrtle.
It's just great experience. As a kid, I always went to the Myrtle Beach Pelicans game when they were the Braves back then, and it used to be so fun for us to get out and go and watch the games. And so obviously we're baseball fans, and for me to be on the other side of it on the field and watch kids come that I knew from home and be able to talk to them and say hey, and it was awesome. Family members who could come watch me pitch, they had not seen me pitch since high school or my first year of college or something. It was great, to be able to have that experience.
Is it a little bit bittersweet for the first time, really since your first professional assignment in Spokane being so far away from home?
Oh, Spokane was a long ways away. Frisco, I've never been to Texas before. It's my first time, but I don't find it bittersweet at all. I'm extremely excited, and I hope to pitch well and continue here.
There's a contingent of Southeastern guys on this team now. Will Lamb is from Virginia, Andrew Faulkner from a different part of South Carolina, but he's also from the Palmetto State. You guys have a little bit of a bond, seeing that you're from the same backyard?
Yeah, a little bit. We can relate to each other a little better than other people can, and we're friends, and we've talked before. This time spring trainings for a couple years and stuff. Those are also great guys, great players, and I'm sure they're excited to be away from home as well.
Josh, it was great to see you throw your first 2 outings, only 1 base runner. We hope to see you continue that. Congratulations on the promotion, and best of luck here over the rest of the season. Thanks so much for the time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's Josh McElwee, Riders reliever. We're back right after this here on the Frisco RoughRiders Baseball Network.